basically, I'm gonna tell you about my life in school, my responsibility in school, my home, and my personal business. I'm gonna start off with my life in school. Okay. Basically, in the 12th grade, you know, I'm gonna just talk about the 12th grade. When I was in the 12th grade, well, all throughout the school year, I wanted to hang with the cool kids and wanted to do everything that the cool kids do. I went to class and I skipped class. I did my homework. Didn't do my homework. I I was pretty smart, so I try to make sure I make the test. Or if somebody has studied, I always try to call somebody, be like, hey man, do you know what happened, in class? Because I didn't go to class that day, and they'd tell me a little something, and then I write down everything, and then when it's time for test time, I got good grades because of because of me gathering information in that way. So I just thought I could beat the system, I was like, man, I could, I'm smarter than them. But there was times where I got lazy and I didn't do that. I got lazy and I didn't want to go to class. I wanted to be on the basketball team. I was on the basketball team ninth grade to 11th grade, but I never stayed on the team. I always got kicked off because I never could keep my grades up. And I was chasing after girls, doing everything that my friends did, And I was always like, once I got in the 11th grade, I was afraid because I was like, man, am I going to graduate the rate I'm going? Am I going to graduate? Am I going to, I see all my friends, they getting good grades. A lot of my friends are staying on the basketball team and the sports, and I'm just like, what's going to happen in my life? Because when I hit the 11th grade, I knew I wanted to rap. I knew I wanted to play basketball. But I was doing pretty good at rapping, but as far as basketball, my grades, I always had a problem. In the beginning, I get juiced up. I'm like, yeah, basketball season coming. I'm outside practicing. I could just remember that, practicing my shots, layups, everything. And I remember I had friends like, you can't make it to the NBA if you can't use your left hand. So I practice on my left hand, make sure I get my left hand going, overhand and underhand, just try to make sure I'm like the best, I was good. I was playing point guard and everything, but I just couldn't keep my grades up. When it came to my tests, I started failing once I got in the 8th grade. I started smoking in the 8th grade. Not 8th grade, I mean 12th grade. I'm sorry. I'm going back to middle school. And I don't know, I didn't know what I wanted to do, At that age, when you see things not going accordingly that you thought it was going to, when you don't see things going according to plan, to how you thought it was going to go, you start saying to yourself, what happened? What happened? What did I do wrong? Why am I not where I'm supposed to be at? And so I remember I got caught up. I was being with my friends. We was kicking it all outside, and we was doing something that wasn't right, and we got caught outside of class in the hallways, and They took us to the principal office. The principal was talking to us and said, you know, you 18 years old, especially talking to me, you 18 years old, you know, you already should be already out of school, you know. You know, if we see you doing this, if we see you doing the things that you're doing, we gonna kick you out. So, you know, in my head, I was like, man, dude, they really gonna, I gotta get it right. And so I started going to class, and then, you know, after a while, I still went back to my old ways, thinking that they playing, you know, thinking that they wasn't serious. And it was like on a Sunday, I had received a letter before I went back to school. They were saying that, oh, we kicked you out. We kicked you out, and I was just like, man, what am I gonna do, you know? And I'm telling my mom, and she like, boy, you know, she getting on my tail, and I was like, man, it's too late now. What you mean it's too late, you know?
God gives and God can take. People talk about money and how much they make. They never talk about God and how goodness is great. They steady spend all this money and see how much they can take. Your things that don't please the God up above. You're acting like pirates, acting like thugs. I'ma keep it 100, not gon' sugarcoat nothing. God see you when you push the wrong button. God say money, no, people, they can't handle me. And those who follow it, they living in calamity. Money burns, bruh, you can burn with it. Wanna be blessed? Get your money and split it. So go ahead and go get it. Gotta work to eat.